Thought I heard commotion.
Kimaki ovadia tochong. Aming swan trom babos. Say, kinikuan ni Gorbos. Don moftamoren kiotavo ka. Ana, soy de fagor bote layan sumata.
Hand over the outsider you captured, and nobody else has to get hurt.
Isongin fan gramakvan, kachoden. Nei så fundi ko nagdaneva day at nagnanimatan. Fe kun ni godanlai, chofei chong atamso.
Ursarim, Koyashi. Time for a drink? No challenge. Ursarim, time for a drink? Koyashi.
Lapa, uwag dan piukutuba. Vlakan vam dau, gatrat vibam laogron. Gronati boy kon koniga lampu.
You weren't the only ones who want to see her punished.
I couldn't bam na tam so goriti. No vada grosai. Wale kon patron bigay tupa.
Tell me where to find these doubters. I'll make sure she gets what's coming to her.
Huavaska, bam king ungang trongwan lao, the chow troksha. Who I wish say, Haduram. La no wikeguan vikondui.
I don't come that cheap.
No vada grosai. Wale kon patron bigay tupa.
That's better.
Wamingwang kam jiwan kwa makilan va. Isongin fan gramakvan kachoden.
The less you have to think before you act, the better.
Oyi siguro wak ramba Gavafute.
Nice drills. You're a natural.
Nova nagrosay. Walay kong patrong bigay tupa. Danfoy futagan aknan chokotontay. Vebegor nesafun. Nigo woy tapway chakaman. Kumongi woy hey triole.
I'm willing to take that risk.
Kumomniku why bam nuwi chotai fai lai angkor sun nei lam sayo. Huawaska bam kin kung hang trong wan lao the chow troksha. Weideren ang korta de lavat.
Ingam Harmonik.
Try not to have too much fun without me.
I'd say I never did anything for you. I'm gonna shut you up!
Vehicle pads are currently open for business. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Ursarim. Definitely.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
Seen.
Kili kalia kuka. Chikos pa inigudad ijigliska chanagawa. Chaskruni dopat kurira dokanki kung.
You might have need of me.
Piti do tenyago kakajujo. Da biska ku paliya. Kuchusa yo mata chitoya. Nam kanoya choski nawi.
I'm sorry about that.
Se gota do muti kihasa da punyo. Lis di woto.
Seen. Seen.
Your apprentice told me you wanted these artifacts.
What apprentice? Oh, you mean to say you saw Solrock, and he was alive? I didn't think he'd survive the Nightmare Lands for a moment, let alone persuade someone of your esteem to help him. Perhaps I misjudged the pathetic creature.
Whatever works for you.
We'll see if he manages to return from the Nightmare Lands. Thank you for the artifacts. Thank you again for the artifacts.
Lem, stop chewing on... Do I need to get out the penalty collar?
No.
Excuse the tantrum. Lem here wandered too far into the Nightmare Lands, went completely mad. Now he's helping me perfect my new vaccine. A remarkable specimen, but tedious company.
You should put him down before he hurts somebody.
Oh, he's harmless. Just don't make eye contact. Clinical trials of the vaccine have been promising. My serum repels the Nightmare Land's degenerative effects and boosts pain tolerance. All my formula requires is the catalyst, sap from a very special tree in the Nightmare Lands. Unfortunately, the sap is a delicacy of the local raid population, something to wash down all those troops they've been snacking on.
I take it the raid don't want anyone stealing their dessert.
The 2 expeditions I sent ended, violently judging by the screaming comm babble. My vaccine will allow us to one-up the Republic and establish a solid foothold in the Nightmare Lands. Name your price. Just get me that sap so I can complete my serum. I'll even throw in a dose of the first batch.
You got yourself a deal.
One more thing. Constant exposure to the corrupted sap has changed the raid, mutated them into something worse. They're a constant threat to our operations. If you were to thin their numbers, I'm sure you'd be compensated. Keep your wits about you in the Nightmare Lands. You don't want to end up like Lem here.
Now would be the perfect time to tell me how great I am.
Taking candy from a baby.
See.
I expected we'd cross paths again, but not here.
You've got nothing left to hide behind, General.
I'm so close to getting these people on speaking terms, and you're about to throw it all away. For what, money? Tell me you're not that petty.
You're between me and a man spouting lies. Nothing personal.
I think that's a small sacrifice for peace. Nothing personal. Show him what you're made of. Wait! Cease fire! This is a losing battle.
If you're giving up, get on with it.
You've done all you can. This is my fight to lose. This is a pivotal moment in this planet's history. I won't let our squabbles get in the way. If you'll allow these Gormak to return home, I'll lay down my weapon.
I've already got you dead to rights.
It's a small concession. They've done enough dying for others' sake. Jedi and Sith waged war here centuries ago, both manipulating these people into fighting their battles for them. It's all painted here on these walls. Now, we've come full circle. These people deserve better than to be exploited by galactic politics. Give them a fighting chance.
Couldn't care less about the Gormak.
Second chance. Don't waste it.
Thank you. Go. Others need to know what we found here. Do what you came to do.
I don't need your permission.
Had conviction. Have to respect that.
We're done here.
Whatever happens, count me in.
I have the materials you asked for.
I knew you'd fare better than the others. Third time's the charm. And I hear the local raid population has taken a sudden dive. Interesting that. May I? Oh yes, this should complete my vaccine perfectly. We'll start mass producing it immediately.
How long before you can start distributing the vaccine?
Not long. Probably get a few more cases like Lem in the meantime, but such is science. You hear that, Lem? Our work here is done. Too bad there's nothing I can do about your condition. Oh well. I can always use a willing test subject. We'll tame the Nightmare Lands yet.
Need something? Right.
I've captured General Redrish.
You're back. Oh, I hadn't heard one word since you left for the trials. I thought she'd got the best of you. I suppose no news is good news in this case. If you'd raised any suspicion capturing her, I'd have heard about it. Whatever General Redrish's plans were, it seems we've avoided the fallout.
I'm sure my payment will reflect the extra care.
This is the most relieved I've felt in months. I might even actually sleep tonight. Take this with my gratitude. It'll complement the sum of credits Darth Tormund sent quite nicely.
Your gratitude is appreciated, Ambassador.
I'll send word of your success to Darth Tormund promptly. Farewell. there's nothing else. I really must return to my duties.
Greetings, Master. You're looking fit and deadly, as always.
My subordinates tell me that you dealt with the privateer and the Coati woman.
There's nothing keeping the plan from moving forward.
Good. The campaign on Raban is coming to a close. I will direct my forces towards a full-scale assault on Corellia. Rendezvous with my flagship, the Tyrant, in Raban's outsystem.
Thinking running with you ain't so bad. More downtime than I'd like, but at least it ain't like being in the can. Too much time between killings on the inside.
I have no intention of winding up behind bars.
It has its ups. Best place to meet the real scum of the universe. Get connected. Lockup took me from the streets to the major leagues.
I prefer to meet my contacts through the usual channels.
Doing a job don't get you leverage. Get someone on the inside to owe you. That means something. Shared a cell with a Hut cartel gangster once. Helped him bust out. Got introduced to the family. Had a couple good years being an enforcer before those slimy two-faced slugs tried to bump me off.
Remember the guy Coral said was after her? Isaac, the one we were supposed to stop on Drummond Costs?
Target didn't show up. Hard to forget that.
Everything else is sort of dead-ended. I thought maybe I'd try to see what I could find on him. He's SIS, no surprise there, so there's not much to find. Except for this. He's assigned to Project 32. The same project all my relatives seem to be associated with.
You should head to one of Nar Shaddah's casinos and play that number. Probably make some credits.
Right now, I feel like maybe gambling isn't a great idea. Searching for his name tripped all kinds of security, so don't be surprised if a lot of uniforms are looking for us. I think I might take up a new hobby for a while. A safer one, like, Nexu grooming.
Thinking about something Corridan said. Thought he'd be seeing some real action again soon. You think he meant it? Or was that just talk?
He's your friend. You'd know better than I would.
Corridan means what he says, mostly. Could always be wrong, though. Almost hope he's wrong. This armor might not be up to a decent fight.
That's some kind of hint that you want to buy new armor?
Not something you can buy. Mandalore gave you a piece of Beskar Gom, didn't he? Should be made of Beskar. Only our people can work it.
I would have taken better care of it if I knew that.
Wouldn't worry too much about it. The warrior's more important than the armor. This can wait. We ought to get to work. Ever eaten Mandalorian food? At your adoption, maybe?
How would I tell if it were Mando cooking?
If your sinuses got burned, it was probably Mandalorian. Edicles, nose burn. That's how you know it's good. Thought I'd put something together next chance I got. Interested?
If I say yes, am I gonna regret it?
It probably won't hurt you much. Think of it as a challenge. Let you know next time I'm headed to the galley.
Something on your mind?
Family. Not much of Clan Kadera left. Aren't close either. Got spread out after the schism.
What schism?
Crusader Schism. What they called the war between the clans. Ordo, Kelborn, Etera. They all recovered. Think it was a shame they kept us apart. Feud settled now. Maybe it's time. Scene 15.
I caught up with that old associate from the blockade run. Old Quan and I had a nice little chat. He was surprised to see me, to say the least.
Did he know anything useful?
Before I had to end Quan's retirement prematurely, I convinced him to fill me in on some gaps in our history since the blockade run. When the Hutts came looking for their return investment, Hylo Viz smuggled herself off to Republic space with the help of another free trader.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
More than you think. I know the guy. Technically, so do you. Remember Zale Barrows? She cut a deal with that twerp to hide her on Belsavis. If she's still stuck there, this is my chance to swoop in to the rescue. I've got to go after her.
If it means this much to you, count me in.
This is personal, a little too personal. I've got to take care of this on my own. If I don't make it, well, thanks. I don't think Tiresias would have ever gotten this opportunity.
When did you get back?
Oh, a little while ago. I wasn't exactly in a talkative mood. My little pipe dream involving Hylo went about as you'd have expected.
Didn't find her?
No, I found her. After all these years, I finally caught up with her, and she hadn't changed a bit. I found her on Belsavis in some sort of stasis chamber. It was like I just left.
She wasn't in a forgiving mood.
If she'd had a blaster, she'd have shot me the moment she came to. Lucky for me, she recognized that prison wasn't the place to hash things out. She took off the first chance she got. Hardly the reunion I was looking for, but I got her out of that pit. That counts for something, right?
She'd have been stuck down there forever if you hadn't.
She deserved better than that. Hey, who needs love anyway? Thanks. If you'll excuse me, I need to create a hangover to nurse.
I am Captain Evelyn, commanding officer of the Tyrant. You are Darth Tormund's bounty hunter?
What's with a blaster fire in the background?
We've been boarded. The situation is bad. Republic Special Forces slipped on board during our troop withdrawal. They've completely overrun the command decks. It won't be long before we lose the bridge. If you act quickly, we might be able to turn things around.
Darth Tormund can't handle this himself?
He went to deal with the attackers personally, but his soldiers are sealed off from the bulk of the fighting. The borders initiated a complete lockdown, trapping our defenders and the subdecks. I need you to undo their tampering. With their overrides disabled, we can unseal the lock decks from the bridge, so Darth Tormund and his soldiers can retake control.
Give me the where and how.
I'm transmitting the location of the ship's network junctions. Restore the systems and we can handle the rest. I've opened the docking bays and disabled our weapons. You can make a safe landing if you hurry. The window of opportunity is...
Now or never.
If we're going to land, we better do it before the boarders get the turbo lasers back online.
We're in for a rough landing.
Business as usual, then?
Figures I'd have a big lunch.
Gotcha. Oyashi.
So who are we shooting today?
Young Minka.
Sure thing.
Count on me.
It's always something with you.
Tenere Bruma.
got your hands on this. Thanks. Really. You'll feel that later.
You must... You must be the bounty hunter Captain Evelyn contacted. Thanks for the rescue. Once they killed the captain, we thought the fight was as good as done.
I've had way tougher jobs.
We aren't out of the fire yet. We need a few minutes to override the lockdown, but we're finished if we have to hold off another attack. Will you assist in defending the bridge?
Anyone stepping through that door gets blasted back out.
Get those lower decks unsealed, ASAP.